Bonjour classe, aujourd'hui on va ajouter les pronoms sujets à nos cahiers. So today we're going to add the subject pronouns into our notebooks. Vous aurez besoin de votre cahier, bien sûr, un crayon ou un stylo, un papier comme ça, du ruban, des ciseaux et des crayons de couleur, 3 couleurs. So you will only need 3 colored pencils, different colors. Bon ben, on va commencer avec la prochaine page. So we are going to actually start with, of course, the next page in our notebook. So s'il vous plaît, tournez la prochaine page to the next page. Pour moi, c'est la page 18. Et comme toujours, on va ajouter la date. So the first thing we're going to do, of course, is to add the date. Add the correct date for you. Pour moi, c'est le 8 novembre 2016. Et le titre, the title is Les pronoms de sujet. Subject pronouns. So let's start off with a couple of definitions. S'il vous plaît, tournez à la section de meta-language. So turn to a meta-language section. And we are going to add several new entries. So let's start with, s'il vous plaît, pronoun. And as we discussed in class, a pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. It's a substitute noun. Takes the place of a noun. Okay? So a subject, as we also discussed in class, the subject is who or what the sentence is about. So, the bear was scary. The bear is the subject of this sentence. Was is the verb, and scary is an adjective describing the bear. So therefore, a subject pronoun takes the place of a subject noun. Subject, and if I could spell in English, that would be terrific. Pretend that's a C that looks exactly like a C. Takes the place of a subject noun. Okay? Puis, retournez à la page 18, so turn back to page 18. Because now that we have our definitions down, we can talk about les pronoms du sujet. En français, il y en a 9. In French, so en français, il y a 9 pronoms de sujet. There are 9 subject pronouns. I am still. En français, il y a 9 pronoms de sujet. So there are 9 subject pronouns in French. Now, in order to put these into our notebooks, what I would like you to do, s'il vous plaît, is to put your notebook aside for a few minutes. Take this paper and cut out all along the outside edge. Do not cut anything else, just the outside edge so you have a large rectangle. When you have finished doing that, come back. Presto changeo, thanks to some movie magic, we have this cutout. What I would like you to do, please, is to cut along these edges, but only on the thick black lines. Comme ça. Quand vous avez fini, S'il vous plaît, retournez. When you have finished, please come back. Okay, thanks to some movie magic, we now have this cutout. S'il vous plaît, pliez chaque doigt. So please fold over each of these. I'm going to call them fingers for lack of something better to call them. And come back when you have finished doing that. Presto changeo, we now have this little fold up, which should be folded with the printed side in. I did not say that, so if you folded it the wrong way, just flip it over and refold it. It should only take you a moment. Puis, on va choisir 3 couleurs. So please choose 3 colors, and they should be colors that are significantly different. Pour moi, c'est le bleu, le rouge et l'orange. C'est ma couleur favorite. My favorite is the orange. So I'm going to start with the orange, and I'm going to put in the French subject pronouns on the front. On the left side, we're going to put in the singular, and on the right side, we're going to put in the plural. I'll explain why we're going to change colors in a few minutes. So, s'il vous plaît, the most important one, or the first one that we learn, of course, is je. And write je / J apostrophe. Do you remember why we use J apostrophe? If you said it's because there might be a vowel next to it, you would be correct. Okay? The plural of je, or J apostrophe, is nous. And please use the same color for nous. Puis, s'il vous plaît, changez les couleurs. So change colors. Et c'est aussi ici le bleu, le crayon bleu. And as you might remember from our discussion in class, we have tu, which means you, and it's used student to student, so familiarly. Or we have vous, which might be used student to adult, or with people in positions of power. Okay, those should be your second color. Puis le troisième couleur, I can never remember if color is masculine or feminine. So ici j'ai le orange rouge. I have an orange red, and I'm going to use that to fill in the rest of my squares here. So you'll remember we have il and elle. And these are very easy. To make them plural, you're going to follow the usual plural rule, which is let's add an S to the end of our word. Il pluriel, puis elle pluriel. And you'll recall that I told you that in French, en français, il y a un pronom de sujet qui est un peu bizarre. We have that one oddball, which is down here, which is on. Now over here, on does not have a corresponding plural, so what I would like you to do is to draw yourself a little smiley face. And you can be a lot more creative and colorful than I am. Okay? All right, now what do these mean? So what I would like to do is to actually copy these words in the same color on the other side of the flap. So I have je, J apostrophe, and remember, do not capitalize je unless it's the first word in a sentence. Then I have nous. And you might remember that in English, these mean I and we. Then, deuxième couleur, second color, I have tu, which is you, and it is always singular and familiar. F-I-M-E-L-E-A-R, familiar. And you can see the word family in it. You will use tu with people your own age or younger, family members, small children, and pets, but only if you're talking to one person at a time. And this is where vous comes in. You'll notice it ends with the letter S. Words ending with the letter S are usually what? If you said plural, ding, 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 you are correct. Vous also means you, but you'll remember it's part of our expression allez-vous-en when we tell Monsieur Romano to go away. So vous would be plural, but it may also be polite. Sometimes you'll hear it called formal. I usually like the word polite. They both begin with the same letter. It gives us something to hang that on. Puis, troisième couleur. Then we have il, which means he or it. And you'll remember that because everything in French, like this is a pencil, in English, it is a pencil. En français, c'est un crayon, c'est il est un crayon, it is a crayon, pencil. Then we have elle, ici, which means she, or also it, for the same reason. There are two different words for a pen. Le stylo, which is a ballpoint pen, or la plume, which is an older word meaning feather. Elle est violette, the pen is purple. Il est violet, the pen is still purple. Wow. I like it when things like that happen. So then we have on. And remember, there are a whole bunch of ways to translate on. The easiest way to translate on is one. Why? Because the two words look similar. It's easy to remember. But it can also mean we, or you, or they, or people in general. And a lot of times it's used when you have, en général, when you have like a rule. Okay, so now let's go over here. We have il pluriel. Oh, buff, I should not have folded these already. Il pluriel, which is they. And remember, it is they for masculine or a mixed group. If you have 347,602 women and one man or boy, you have to use il, which is a mixed group. Then we have elle pluriel, and elle pluriel also translates to they, but it's they feminine, okay? Meaning a group of girls or a group of any objects that is singularly feminine. Now down here, on does not have a corresponding plural, and I am going to write in another color. Forever alone. Why? Because it never has a plural. And on is in the middle of the word alone. I'm going to underline that. Okay? All right. Prenez le cahier. Take the notebook. Ouvrez la page. Page 18. Attachez ce papier ici, à la page, avec du ruban ici. So put some tape on the back of this, and then attach it to the page. If you don't remember how to make a tape loop, that is really loud. Take a piece of tape with the sticky side out, fold in one side, fold the other side on top of the sticky part, put it on the back of your paper. Come back when you have finished taping this into your notebook. Ta-da! Thanks to some more movie magic, I have magically put this into my notebook. Now, the last thing we need to do, there are a couple of things. The first thing is I would like to label the sides of this chart. This chart has a singular side and a plural side, so I'm going to label this side singulier, singular. Puis, over here, it's pluriel, pluriel, which are the French words for singular and plural. Now you'll notice I put each of these in a different color. but I only have 3 colors. And that's because there is a concept called person. First person, second person, and third person. And you may have come across some of these when you talk about literature. So let's put those here, and then we're going to add them to our meta-language section. So, first person. And you'll remember from your English class, your ELA class, that first person point of view is I. So first person includes me, or I, which is why we is the plural of I, because I'm included in that. Okay? Then we have second person. And second person includes you, tu and vous. Hey, look at that. They both include you, but not me. And the reasoning for this is that the moment that you include yourself, it becomes first person. And then we have third person. Troisième personne, third person. And this includes everyone else, but not you or me. So it could include all the people in the math department across the hall. It could include people sitting at another table. It could include people on the news or objects like these pencils. Ils sont sur le pupitre, they are on the desk. Okay. Puis, une fois encore, one more time, to meta-language. To meta-language! Oh là là, moi. I have run out of room on this page, so I'm going to turn the page. If you have not turned the page, that's fine, but remember to skip a line between entries. And we have 3 entries to add today. And those entries are first person, and just like we did on the other page, this includes me/I. Second person, or deuxième personne, second person, includes you, but not me. And troisième personne, so third person, includes everyone else, but not you or me. And you may be saying, but Fitz P, I just wrote this information, this exact information, over on page 18. And the answer is, of course you did. But 3 months from now, if I asked you what first, second, or third person is, are you going to remember that information is à la page 18? Or is it going to be easier to look it up in the back of your notebook in the meta-language section? OK. Puis, s'il vous plaît, tenez à l'indice et ajoutez cette information à l'indice. So let's put this into our index. Et c'est aujourd'hui le 8, 11, 16. Please use the date that is appropriate for you. Les pronoms de sujet. Page 18. Bon ben, merci. Au revoir.